It is time for the transfer window and season end review special. Let's get into it. Time for the season end review. I've already went through it. Nothing really crazy. The board did not like many of my signings apparently. Because, you spent too much. What bothers me about the new arrival screen, the only players that they like are the ones that you brought in for a cheap price. They don't care how good the player does the rest of the season. Doesn't matter. You spent too much money. They don't like that player. Dan Nalundaloo, B+, put out a 7.39. Walter Gonzalez, C, 7.02. Novak, that had a C-. Brought him in. He put up a 7.0. Kamara, C. Grief, our goalkeeper for the whole season, a C. Berg, our best player, a C. Matt Clark, a C. Hey, Deion Sanderson, though, C+, because he's a little bit cheaper than what everybody else was. Jack Stacey, a C. Ruben Vargas, a C. Cabora, the guy who played 2 sub appearances, B+, because he's cheaper. Ricky J. Jones, B-, once again, right there. Kutapov, B, once again, right there. Wolfton, B-. Right. That one kind of surprises me, I guess, because of salary. Adam Armstrong, C. Don't really care about him. Season results, we finished 9th. Love it. B+ overall by the club. They're excited about that. The finances, though. Sponsorship went up by $3 million. Broadcast revenue right there, baby. That is nice. Corporate went up a little bit. Competition went up a lot. Match day went up a good bit. Our top selling jerseys was Uziak, Walter, Vargas, Berg, and Armstrong. Really surprised to see Uziak being the top selling kit. Oh. Looking at the squad, this is what they say was our best overall 11, and I agree with it for the most part. Berg came on later, and Kamara did as well. I'm trying to think, there's somebody else that we're missing. I don't know. It feels like there's somebody missing in the midfield. But I agree with that for the most part. So, player awards, Walter Gonzalez won the fans player of the season. Kamel Juziak got the young player of the season. Signing of the season was Walter Gonzalez. Goal of the season was Adam Armstrong. Top goal scorer was Walter Gonzalez with 16. Most assist was Philip Novak with 14 of those. Gonzalez had player of the matches, 5. He had also the highest overall rating of 7. I'm wanting to sell him. Christian Bielik had the most passes completed per 90 minutes. And EFL Young Player of the Year. Was that this year? Max Berg. Novak broke the assist record in a season. Our boy Nalundaloo broke player of the matches in a season. I guess Walter Gonzalez did as well. Okay. Kamara, that's our highest ever fee paid. We spent $15 million on him. And that's where we're at right now. We went ahead to the club vision thing. They've added the higher tempo pressing soccer, which is fine. And then I removed signing players from the lower leagues. I got rid of that. They want us to fight bravely against relegation, and then they want us to become an established Premier League team moving forward. After that, we haven't got our money, though. Hopefully we'll get that pretty soon. We got that money. Look at that. Payroll budget of $56.63 million. Transfer budget of $66 million. Stadium is being expanded by 7,500 seats as well. It's going to cost a good bit of money. And then there was something else. The facilities got downgraded. I've asked the board to upgrade them. Thing that worries me about it. Sorry, I just ran up some stairs, so I'm kind of out of breath. And woo, fat boy. But no, it didn't pop up here, so I think they're going to argue with me. Hopefully we can say, hey, if we're going to stay up, we got to continue expanding our team. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm struggling right now. I'm dying. But I wanted to show out the money. We got the money. We're excited about that. We can buy our player. I've already sent out an inquiry about how much it'll cost to get him. I've asked the agent, and even the top of that, we can afford it. Hopefully we can get it bumped down a little bit. We'll be back in a second, guys. So we've got some players that's left the club, and we've brought one player in that we're really excited about. Starting with the players that have left, Sunderland has signed Jordan Ibe. He's left the club for $725,000. Luton has signed Kutipo for $6.75 million. We got another one that's really interesting. Brighton has came in for Uziak, offering around $21,000. But if you go here, where is it? They declare interest in him here for a deal that's worth $29.5. I think we reject that and we counter with 30 to see if they can come in with that. But the good news is, guys, we've signed him. The player that I've been talking about for a minute, we have signed Ismaila Sarr from Watford. We spent a whopping amount of money on him, but we got him in. We spent $21 million on him. We had to promise him everything under the stars to get him to come to the club. But we're excited. I want to show you what I always promised. If I can find the promises. Strengthen the first team squad in midfield. So he's pleased with the action that's taken there, and he wants us to improve the coaching staff, which we're trying to do as well. Let's try to do that with Uziak. He doesn't really have any interest in going to the club. I really don't have any interest in selling him right now. But for $30 million for him, and us bringing Sarr in for 21, we've got to do that. They accepted it. We're going to accept it. We're actually going to talk to him about it. He'll probably want to stay. He'll probably get mad at us, but we're going to try to get rid of him for that type of price. Yeah, I'm just going to tell him that right there. Okay, no problem, bud. We're going to accept the deal, though. Whoop, click the wrong button. We're still good. Accepting that offer for him. We're going to simulate, see what happens. The transfer window has just opened. Some players that we're interested in, I think. We need to upgrade the midfield, I believe, just because we've seen that come up a couple of times on some players that we've signed. We want to try to sell some other guys. Looking at them, I'm really thinking about selling Wolfton. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to offer him out. Just do a little basic filler. See if anybody's interested in him. Dembele, nobody has came out for him. He is wanted by Blackburn on the loan, which we don't want to do that. Ricky J. Jones, we've listed him for a loan. He's wanted by a couple clubs on loan. Sanderson, I might try to move on from him. Jason Knight, I want to keep. Sibley, I want to keep. Bielik, I kind of want to keep. Novak is an interesting player. We want to sign Nalundulu. We want to sign him. Nobody's interested in Wendell at the moment. I think we might try to offer him back out. Try to get some players in. But this right here, boys, I am so excited about this. Look at that. I think this is going to be the best player that we've signed so far into the save. Really excited about that. But we've got a lot more work to do, and we'll be back when we get some more players in. We got 2 more signings in that I'm pretty excited about. We've brought in We brought in Jens Kajust from, I can never say that club's name. We brought him in, 4-star current ability, 4-star potential, box-to-box midfielder. Looks to be a pretty solid player for us. Excited about him to get into the club. Then we brought in Rob Holding from Arsenal. Center back option. Looks like a really good talent for us. Excited to have him in. He will be one of our starting center backs on most days. Brought him in for 18.5. Brought in Jens for 11.25. I thought that was a pretty good deal for him. I don't think many players have left the club. Ryan Wintle, he's left the club for $9 million. We've seen him leave already, and we've seen Jordan Ibe leave already, so nothing else to note. The squad's looking pretty good right now. I'm excited about it. Left-hand side, Uziak will play over there on most days. Sarr will be on the right-hand side. Uziak can be an option over there. Vargas can be an option over there. Same with the left-hand side. Vargas can play over there. We still have Adam Armstrong to play on the left-hand side, and Dembele. Would like to move on from those 2 guys, potentially bring in another left-wing option. The midfield's looking pretty good, though, with Bird, Kajust, Bird, Knight, and Sibley. We know that those guys can play at this level. Their star rating might be a little bit low right now, but they can develop. We want to develop them. Novak still at left back. Buchanan still at that position. Might try to move on from Novak if we can. I don't know how he would feel about that. I hadn't tried to sell Sanderson anymore. I just don't think we really need to mess with the right back situation any right now. We still need to get a goalkeeper, though, a backup for Grief. been struggling to find one because everybody you see is equal to him, and I don't really want that. I just want like a 3-star player, 2.5-star player, just somebody real cheap that we can throw on the bench if we need to. I don't know if we're going to be playing with a defensive midfield, so I'm not really as worried about that right now. I do have somebody coming in as an attacking mid. He's not here yet, but he's already agreed to the transfer. It's just not came through. So when that comes through, we'll probably move up there, and that would let us have Jason Knight and Louis Sibley behind him as well up there. So I think our midfield has came together really nicely. Striker-wise, we still need to get another striker. I don't think we're going to sign Nalundaloo. I think we're just going to let his contract or his loan expire and sign somebody else. Gonzalez is an important player for us. I don't know if that's going to be the case going forward. We need to move on, try to sign a better player for up top. But the squad is looking pretty good. I don't have any other transfers coming in right now. No offers. I'm still looking for players. We still have a little bit of money left. We can still sell some players. So like Wolfton, he is wanted by Stoke. Dembele, he's still wanted on the loan. Ricky J. Jones is still wanted on the loan. Adam Armstrong is listed. Newcastle want him. We might try to bump in his price down to get him out of the club. Sauter is actually wanted by West Ham as a transfer. That might be something we do. He's kind of leveled out at his potential. Kind of want to move on from a player like that that's leveled out. I hadn't really thought about moving him until I just seen that. So that is an option as well. So we got some work to do still. We've made a couple more signings, but I am really frustrated. I have practically tried to give away Adam Armstrong and cannot give him away. He's got a lot of clubs interested in him. Wrong button. Where is it? There it is. Got a lot of clubs interested in him. Nobody comes through with an offer ever. So I don't know what the deal is with him. I was hoping to sell him to get some money to try to sign in one more player. Fortunately, I don't think that's going to happen before this is over with. We have signed a couple more players. Like I said, the last one y'all seen was Yen Kajust. So after that, we signed Ryan Gauld, Scottish international, 3.5-star player, 3.5-star potential player, attacking mid, 26-year-old. We signed him for a free. So that's a big one for us. Then we loaned in Liam Delap from Man City. 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, striker option. Looks to be a really good player. Will probably play a lot of minutes for us. And then we brought in a backup option, Angel Gomez from Lille. 3-star player, 5-star potential player. We purchased him for $15 million. Spent a little bit of money on him for that potential as a backup left wing. Looks to be really good. Can also play in the attacking mid center. So I think this is one of those guys that we get him in the club. He's going to play some, and these stars on the current ability, he's going to shoot up. One good thing about him, he is an English international, or English, not English. He was an English international. Now he's just an Englishman. We love this. His flair makes up for his little bit of lack of finishing. He's got great flair. People that has left the club, I don't think it's anybody really to note. We've had a couple of loanees leave. Festi left on a free. He was a youth player. So nothing on that end. We hadn't really sold a lot of players. But like I said, Adam Armstrong, he is wanted by a lot of clubs. Dembele, he's hurt. Nobody's came in for him. Ricky J. Jones, Burnley came in for an offer on him. I think it was like a $3 million deal with the excess of $7 million. You know, if he does this, he does that, he does this. We rejected that because I'd prefer just to loan him out because I still have a lot of hope for him. I think he can be a good player for us. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. The season is about to start. We are currently on the 20th. The first game is on the 30th. So about 10 more days. I'm not going to record any more tonight on this. I need to do some rendering on some videos. But it's got us sitting a little bit higher than we was last year. Last year we was projected all the way down in 20th. This year we're sitting 17th tied with the person in 16th. Or the team in 16th. So we are moving up a little bit. It's taking a little bit of time. Holland ended up signing, by the way, with Man City, so it's going to be interesting playing against him. Not sure how much they ended up paying for him. Kept getting notifications. They spent $135 million on him. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. So he's in the league now. We're going to have to deal with him. That should be fun. But yeah, I'm happy with the side. Don't get me wrong, I am. But there's still some work that needs to be done because we're still playing people like Jason Knight. We're still playing Lee Buchanan. We're still playing Max Bird, Kristen Bielik. Players that I feel like we should be moving on from or be loaning these guys out for them to develop a little bit more. They've got to show some development this year because They didn't really do much this past year. If they're ever going to reach their potential ability with us, they've got to step it up for us. That's just the way it goes. 2-star for Sibley. He should get a little bit more minutes being able to play in the attacking mid. So that should be interesting to see how that plays out for us. First episode, though, we're going to be going up against Aston Villa and Brighton. Should be a fun episode. Hey, if you enjoyed that video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you think the squad looks going into this year compared to last year. And as always, thank you guys for watching.